What's up, everybody? What up, y'all? It's Real Boy Protect back with another one, man. Like, what's going on with y'all, man? Boy Protect Sports back with another one, man. Today I'm bringing you guys another live stream once again. I was just on a couple minutes ago, but yeah, this one's about the tiers of number one wide receivers in the NFL, post 2020 NFL season, post Super Bowl and all that. We want to talk about. I separate these guys in 5 different tiers. I'll explain them in very deep detail before I continue. All glory to God once again. May the Lord for another day. I had kind of a frustrating day, but the Lord definitely blessed me when it was time for him to bless me. I had to trust God's timing sometimes. Shout out to the Lord for another day. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. So, let's go on my notes. Let's go ahead and, yeah. So, Tier 5 wide receivers are low end number ones that should be number twos on any team that's not their current team. This could be due to health that decrease productivity and significantly decrease productivity significantly, and inability to stay healthy puts these players in this tier. Also, run pass ratio in the offense plays a huge role. These wide receivers are usually young guys with potential or veterans that really fell off, or guys that have lack of target that really hurts their productivity. Number 4, a legit number 1 wide receiver that would be an unstoppable number 2 if it was possible. Young guys have shown signs of great play, but don't have the resume the veterans do have. Number 3, a damn good number 1 wide receiver when hitting on all cylinders, but aren't as consistent week to week. Goes hot and cold in production. Also, most of these guys cannot stay healthy or have not been able to stay healthy as of late. Number 2, to great talent, or tier 2 is great talent, but it doesn't give you elite production week to week. Solid games every week, but not elite play week to week like the tier 1 guys. And of course, tier 1 is the best of the best, most productive guys out there. You're hilarious. These are just number 1 receivers. Like, this is not like receivers in general. This is number 1, the go-to guy, not number 2 guys. Not number 3 guys, have slot receivers, just number 1 wide receivers, the go-to guys on each offense. Joe Protect, my top 3, Hopkins, Adam, and Tyreek Hill. Yo, what's up, Lil Gilly? Tier 5, Chris Godwin, aka No Tactical 2.0. He's not a number 1 receiver, so I only have Chris Godwin. Turn the light on though. Better light. You got the light working for y'all. Let's go ahead, get started. So, tier 5. These are the guys that are low in number 1s, but should be number 2s on any other team. Tier 5 are Jameson Crowder, Jacoby Myers, Marquise Brown, Deebo Samuel, Henry Ruggs III, Brandon Cooks, and Deshaun Jackson / Alshon Jeffrey, because we don't know who the number 1 is on the Philadelphia Eagles. So these are guys that should not be number 1s in this league. Sorry. Basically, this is what it means. Like, Jacoby Myers should not be your best receiver on any team. I have Jameson Crowder as the number 1 for the Jets. I think he's their best receiver. In my opinion, he's their best offensive player. Period. So that's my tier 5. Tier 4 are the young guys who have a lot of potential, but damn, I had a down year. They got hurt. AJ Brown, Sterling Shepard, DJ Chark, Cortland Sutton, DJ Moore, Juju Smith-Schuster, and T.Y. Hilton. Matter of fact, let's get DJ Moore out this tier 4. We're gonna put him a little higher. Rephrase that. Put him in tier 3. All right. So the reason I have these guys in tier 4, AJ Brown, to me, I think he should be a tier 3 wide receiver when it comes to number 1s. Even borderline tier 2, but it just seems like he goes hot and cold sometimes to me. Actually, a lot more than other people think he do. And to me, I can't have a hot cold number in my tier 2. I just can't do that. Or like super hot and cold guy. AJ Brown. Let's see how he did this year. Yeah, because he had the 151-yard game against the Texans. That was a huge game. But he had an 83-yard game against Baltimore. And Green Bay didn't play well. Detroit didn't play well. Cincinnati didn't play well. One didn't play well. He had like a little injury bug too, so that's why I put him in tier 4. Ruggs moving up, maybe number 4. Next in climbing. I gotta see him do it next year if I do that. Hunter Renfrow is number 1 receiver for the Raiders. No, that is Henry Ruggs III. He's like the number 3 guy. Like Aguilar's the number 2 guy. Really, it's really Darren Waller, but you give him a point. But with wide receivers, it was really Henry Ruggs was the guy in Las Vegas. But he has some decent games this year. But he doesn't in the big moments. He doesn't make the biggest plays sometimes for me with AJ Brown. So I got him here. Sterling Shepard can't stay healthy. TJ Chark had a down year. Cortland Sutton towards ACL. He didn't move from the tier 4 he was at last year. Julius Smith-Schuster's come off a really down year and a bunch of drops. And T.Y. Hilton's come off a really down year as well. That's why I got him in number 4. Number 3, in tier 3. Just making tier 3. To me, Justin Jefferson is the first guy in tier 3. He's the last guy in tier 3. Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate. Really great season for Justin Jefferson. I really want to see it again. He really had a tier 2, tier 1 like season. I gotta see him do it. Do it again before I go ahead and give him that. Cooper Kupp is in tier 3. Kenny Golladay is in tier 3. Mark Cooper's in tier 3. Devontae Parker's in tier 3. Odell Beckham is in tier 3. And DJ Moore. Actually, we're gonna move Devontae Parker. He didn't have a great season. Let's move him. Yeah, you go in tier 4, buddy. You have a good year. Sorry, Devontae, take your ass over here. Devontae Parker, take your ass right here in tier 4. Phrase that. I forgot. He didn't have a good spin. I think it's Ruggs because Ruggs was the big play guy. So definitely underrated considering his quarterback. He's not the first option in that offense. To me, I think he is. Because Corey Davis wasn't the number 1 receiver. John Smith. Their first options run the football. So that's never I have him at number 4 too. That's hard at number 1. Maybe. So Waddle catching balls to the windows, to the wall. Waddle better Renfrow's number 4. Yeah. That's AJ Brown and Mike Williams. Mike Williams is very underrated as well, but I don't have guys like Mike Williams on this list. Chris Godwin. They're not number 1 receivers. They're not the best option on their team. That's why I don't have them on this list. But I might do a number 2 receiver list as well. But I'm still a number 1 guy still right now. So I said Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Kenny Golladay, Amari Cooper, Odell Beckham Jr., and DJ Moore are in tier 3. All right, let's start with Justin Jefferson. I got to see him do it again, honestly. If he does it again, I would definitely have him much higher in this list, maybe in tier 2, even higher in tier 2. Cooper Kupp, he's a solid number 1. He's consistent. He's good. He's not great. He's good. I like Cooper Kupp. Big Cooper Kupp guy. Kenny Golladay just can't stay damn healthy. That's what hurts me with him. He just can't stay healthy. Amari Cooper, he's the ultimate hot and cold guy. You know how I feel about Amari Cooper. I'm not going to keep stating this. This is what Amari Cooper is. He's a tier 3 number 1 wide receiver because he just cannot stay consistently good week after week. You could probably put CeeDee Lamb on this list. He might be the number 1 now. It might not be Amari Cooper anymore. But all bets are off that Cooper's the number 1 guy in Dallas. Odell Beckham Jr. is on this list because he tore his ACL and just didn't play many games this year. And DJ Moore's an up-and-coming guy. I like DJ Moore. He's pretty good. He's solid. No. Well, sorry. Antonio Brown is someone that I don't have on this list because he's not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers number 1 wide receiver. Number 2, is he an elite number 3 guy? Yep, but he's not. I don't think he's an elite receiver anymore. Till Super Bowl, like Super Bowl, he didn't really eat like that. You know what I mean? So I don't think he's an elite receiver anymore. Yeah. Thielen right now is the number 2 guy. He's a touchdown guy. He reduced all the touchdowns, but Justin Jefferson is a 20 to 20 guy, and he gets more targets than Adam Thielen. That's why Adam Thielen's no longer number one to me. I like Adam Thielen. I love Adam Thielen, but he's just not their number one right now at this time. Santiago, sitting on babysit needs babysit by Tampa Bay. That's hilarious. By Tom Brady, yeah. So tier 2. This is where we get interesting, y'all. So if they get a little spicy, I don't know if people want to agree with Odell being in tier 3, but the ACL tear does it hurts his stops talking me a bunch. It really does. When you have Judy Smith-Schuster. Oh, I have him in tier 4. He's in tier 4. I said Judy Smith-Schuster is in tier 4. So tier 4 once again is AJ Brown. He's at top of tier 4. He should be tier 3 next year, for sure. Sterling Shepard, DJ Chark, Cortland Sutton, Judy Smith-Schuster, T.Y. Hill, and then Devontae Parker. Yeah, he gets caught up by Tom Brady too damn much. I can't trust that. So tier 2. It's about to get spicy. Allen Robinson, DK Metcalf, Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, and Keenan Allen. I repeat, these are my tier 2 wide receivers for number 1 receivers. Allen Robinson, DK Metcalf, Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, Keenan Allen. Let's start with Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen was a tier 1 guy going into the season. The only reason he's not in tier 1 because of Stephon Diggs' crazy, retarded, off the wall season he had. That was ridiculous what Stephon Diggs did this past season. That's the only reason Keenan Allen's not in tier 1. And he got injured sometime in this season too. Allen Robinson to me is a tier 2 guy. He's not quite a tier 1 dude to me. He doesn't scream elite. He screams really good. He's actually pretty damn good. DK Metcalf, he's not tier 1. Sorry. He's not better than D Hop and the other guys in tier 1. He's just not. Sorry. I know people want to suck off DK Metcalf. Like want to suck the skin off his you know what, but no. He's not a tier 1 receiver to me. Cortland Sutton, what happened to Jerry? All right. Hear me out. Cortland Sutton's their best receiver when healthy. Right? Jerry Jeudy, to me, is not a number 1 guy right now. I like KJ Hamler, too. But I said, we're talking about number 1 receivers. I know Cortland Sutton did not play this year, but he's still their best guy. He is better than Jerry Jeudy. He's better than KJ Hamler when healthy. Close to tier 1. It's going to be hard for me to put Terry in tier 1. It's going to be hard. He can get there with a quarterback, but Terry isn't there yet. Because you got to think about it. If DK keeps eating the way DK eats, it's going to be hard to get him in tier 1. If Michael Thomas bounce back and be the receiver I think he is, it's hard for him to do that. Mike Evans is pretty damn good. Keenan Allen's pretty good. He has Justin Herbert now. It's going to be hard for Terry McLaurin getting up in tier 1. It's going to be hard. But I think it's the perfect tier 2. I think it's the best part of the list to me. Because this is epitome what tier 2 is to me. Mike Evans is tier 2 only because injury concerns. Sometimes he gets hurt. And also, he's barely ever 100% healthy. And he's slightly inconsistent sometimes. But he's really great in the red zone. He always gets the end zone every week. And he does make a play when it's time to make a play most of the time. So he has a little case that drops you sometimes too. So he's in tier 2. Keenan Allen, like I said, only he wasn't numbered in a tier 1 because of Stephon Diggs' amazing season. Michael Thomas, to me, already he wasn't in tier 1 because he was hurt a lot last year. Yeah, Mike Evans could be tier 1. This tier 1 could be argued. Don't get me wrong. But I think the one guy that you can maybe argue should not be in tier 1, he'll bounce back next year. And I had to give it to him off the let's see. I just got an article. I'm gonna read this one real quick. The Aguilars, man, he got the keys to the Aguilars, man. Let's see, Johnson. Trying to see what they got for the Washington football team real quick. Collins. All right, so all right, yeah, Aguilar, man. In case of the Aguilar, man. So I talk about DK Metcalf. I said DK is not tier one to me because he's not like as great as DK has been. Um, he just I don't know. From 20 to 20, it seems like he don't catch enough like the tough routes, slants, stuff like that for me. Most time DK stuff is down the field, big play type of stuff. Um, Terry McLaurin to me is the guy that can get in tier one next year. The guy that can get in tier one next year are Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, and Keenan Allen. That's why I think they're in top of tier two because I think those guys can get in tier one next year. Terry McLaurin's a very interesting case. I like Terry McLaurin a lot. Dropped a couple passes this year, kind of annoyed me a little bit, but Terry's pretty dependable. But he had a stretch. He wasn't super explosive. He was hurt, and didn't produce. Got hurt a little bit. I do like Terry a lot, though. The Terry guy. Who's the number one? Been Terry or AJ? Who's a better number one? Terry or AJ Brown? I'm gonna say Terry McLaurin because Terry McLaurin has had much more inconsistent quarterback play. Doesn't have a tier two, by the way. He's DK's a crybaby. I'm not a big DK guy. I think DK is a beast though. I don't like saying that word for biblical reasons, but he's a dog. But I think Terry's more of a dog than DK is. Let's get to tier one, but I'm gonna take some comments real quick. Human Joystick definitely in tier one. Yes, he is. We're going to definitely get to him in a second. So, drum roll, please. The tier one, number one wide receivers in the NFL are your top five guys: DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, and Julio Jones. Those are your top five NFL wide receivers. Let's start with D-Hop. D-Hop, unstoppable. D-Hop is unstoppable. You cannot stop DeAndre Hopkins at all. This dude is different. This cat is a dog. Damn, that boy good, boy. He different. He different. I ain't gonna hold you. He different. Tyreek Hill, human joystick, man. That man is Dante Hall and Deshaun Jackson. They had a baby. He's just different. Dude's a dog. And he has like Steve Smith type skills too. He catches tough passes sometimes as well. Devontae Adams arguably is the best receiver in football besides DeAndre Hopkins. He has Alan Lazard and MVS. This is other guys. And both those guys are decent receivers. I mean, they're decent, but don't have another impact guy besides Devontae. And they know Devontae getting the ball like 60% of the time, and he still eats consistently through double teams, through bracket coverages. He's just a monster. Where you put Deebo Samuel? I think I said this already. I'll repeat. Sorry, Ground Yuki. I'm sorry. This is because of health too, honestly. Sorry I got him here. Jameson Crowder, Jacoby Myers, Marquise Brown, Deebo Samuel, Henry Ruggs III, Brandon Cooks, and Deshaun Jackson / Alshon Jeffrey. Those are your tier 5 guys, and that's why I have Deebo Samuel right now. Deebo Samuel is a borderline number 1, but he'd be a really good number 2. That's why I have him at. Julio, when healthy, is a monster. But he just can't stay healthy, and it's out of respect for Julio. I couldn't move him anywhere, but to be honest, I do think he's a tier 2 guy. If I had to keep it a band with you, I think he's a tier 3, tier 2 guy. He's a tier 2 guy. Because like you gotta look at statistics this past season. I mean, I don't think he played like 10 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Played 9 games. 51 receptions for 771 yards, 15.1 yards per catch, 3 touchdowns in only 9 games. This man was 229 yards away from 1,000 yards He only played 9 games. That's scary. Nah, he can't stay healthy. Can't stay healthy, man. You gotta think who's in tier 2. Keenan Allen had a 1,000-yard season, right? Terry McLaurin had a 1,000-yard season. DK Metcalf had a 1,000-yard season. Michael Thomas, he led the league in receptions before. Allen Robinson just came off a 1,200-yard season. You know what I mean? Is Deebo Samuel going to have a 1,200-yard season in his career anytime soon? I don't know. So why would I put him in tier 2? You know what I mean? Diggs Hopkins. Julio! Diggs Hopkins. Adams Hill. Julio! But I understand. Yeah, I'm saying, like, but the fact he played in 9 games and could have had 1,000 yards, like, he's only 200 yards away from. Come on. I'm just saying. I don't think I heard the tier 5 guys will ask him. I understand why I'm not mad. Appreciate that. Only because the Debo can't stay healthy and he hasn't had a 1,000-yard season yet, honestly. That's only I got him tier 5. To be a tight end, tier 2 wide receiver playing. Yeah, he's a difference maker. I'll get the tight ends, but tight ends kind of a hard position to kind of evaluate, to be honest with you. I think Debo could be a tier 3 guy eventually. Yeah. Yeah. He's got to stay healthy for one. Get a couple 1,000-yard seasons under his belt. Again, I'll put him in tier 3. Most definitely. This was an interesting list. Like I said, to be honest, if I wanted to be 100% honest, I would take Julio out tier 1, and I would probably put a guy like Mike Evans in tier 1. But just off the fact of respect for Julio, I couldn't take him out of tier 1. That kind of slap in the face, to be honest, because the dude played 9 games and had 800 yards. That's insanity. He played 9 games. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? 9 games. Ridiculous. You know what I mean? The fact he could stay healthy, but still had a solid season through all the injuries, I got to put him in tier 1. Debo to me, same situation as Terry is consistent quarterback that will look for him regularly. The only difference is Terry, not every from like Debo. That's why he's in tier 5. Injury concerns. Given Terry did not complete a 16-game season this year or last year, but he played in 12 games both seasons. Debo has not. That's why he's in tier 5. Now he can bounce back next year, play 16 games, get 1,000 yards. The San Francisco 49ers are a good team again. But yeah, he can be back in. He can get in tier 4-ish, tier 3 maybe. Gotta get tier 3 too. Tier 3 is tough. Justin Jefferson, offensive rookie of the year candidate. Cooper Kupp, consistent 1,000-yard guy. Kenny Galladay, when healthy, is really a tier 1 receiver, to be honest with you. Only I got him in tier 3 because he can't stay healthy. Mark Cooper, well, he's like a tier 2 guy. I'm first. Mark Cooper, for some reason, he's the most inconsistent dude in the NFL. He continuously gets 1,000-yard seasons. Odell Beckham Jr., we know Odell is when he's healthy. And then DJ Moore's pretty good too. He's up and coming. It's going to be hard for Debo to get in tier 3. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But he could do it, though. It's going to just be hard. Mac Jones and Debo would be interesting. I think Mac Jones and Brandon Ayuk would be extreme. And that's another reason I had Debo number 5 in tier 5. Brandon Ayuk is coming. Brandon Ayuk is coming. I think he'll be their number 1 very, very soon if Debo can't stay healthy. That's the number 1 reason why I had him at tier 5. I think Brandon Ayuk is on his you-know-what. It's on him real quick. I think Brandon Ayuk is going to catch him pretty soon to be their number 1 receiver. Most likely going to get Marcus Mariota. I'm not a big fan of it, but, they do. We'll see. Bears and Lions tagging their free agent wide receivers. Yes, they are. I expect Allen Robinson to get tagged and traded, though. I don't expect him to be tagged and stay with the Bears, but he will get tagged. They will not let him go for nothing. Exactly. Ayuk is different. I'm a fan of Brandon Ayuk. I like Brandon Ayuk a lot, man. He's a difference maker, wide receiver to me. I like his frame. When he can high point the football, speed, every anything. He does everything very very well. What's up, Winner Nation? He's very similar to Debo, but he's also more similar to Curtis Samuel as well, the Carolina Panthers wide receiver. Um, Also, I didn't have a Panthers wide receiver on here because we don't know who they know. Oh, I said DJ But yeah, don't take that trash quarterback. I don't want Marcus Mariota, but I don't want Tony at all. I'll take Tony in the second round. I don't want Tony in the first round. So, should we trade for Allen Robinson? No. $20 million probably going to be the cost. The franchise tag is like 17, but you got to think about it. We have to resign Brandon Sheriff. If you can't get a long-term deal done with Allen Robinson immediately, then that means you want to eat up 2 franchise tags on the same roster. We have $38 million in cap space, but I don't want to eat up 2 franchise tags. So I will pass on Allen Robinson, unless we get a long-term deal done. And we got to pay. You got to pay Terry soon. You got to probably have to pay Deron Payne coming up. Jonathan Allen's on his 5th-year option. Chase and Montez are not going to be cheap forever. You got to pay these guys, you know what I mean? And you got to at least pay Montez and Chase, you know what I mean? So what you had to pay those guys, I kind of already said this, we need to trade Jonathan Allen. We need to trade Jonathan Allen. And that's not being talked about enough. We need to trade Jonathan Allen. Or Deron Payne. Someone had to get moved. One of 2 had to get moved. I think it's Alex on the 5th-year option. But I've already talked about that. I don't even want to take a wide receiver in the first round unless Devontae Smith looking involved is there. To me, I think round 1 needs to be either linebacker or offensive tackle. To be honest, but if there's a wide receiver, I don't mind Jalen Waddle if he's there. Devontae Smith would not be there, or Jamar Chase would not be there. Jalen Waddle might be there. He might fall a little bit, but those other 2 won't be there. I can guarantee you that much. And then that dude is trash. He's so bad. What do you think that's a free agency, Henry Hunter? He gonna want more than that. Hunter Henry is gonna want more than that. Marcus Williams. I like Marcus Williams, but we invest a lot into our secondary already, paying Kendall Fuller. Gonna probably play Ronald Darby, some decent amount of money. So that being said, you probably won't be able to invest into free safety. Unless you're telling me we're drafting a corner, like early, like in the second round, something like that. Or even in round 1 maybe. But I'd rather just resign Darby. But we'll see what Darby's asking for on the free agent market. I don't need Kadarius Toney Washington because we have Kelvin Harmon that can do what he can do. Kadarius Toney is way faster than Kelvin Harmon. Kelvin Harmon is more of a Pierre Garçon, like a tough possession receiver that can make tough catches in traffic. Kadarius Toney's he's a game changer. I'll admit that. For speed, athleticism, agility, he is very game. He's Curtis Samuel, but younger. He might be a little faster. But that's the case. I think we're going to address free agency wide receiver. We're going to address wide receiver free agency. Somebody. Might be 2 guys. But we're going to address it with somebody. We're going to address it with someone. So I don't think we're going to draft Kadarius Toney anyway. Harmon's been quiet like a lot. Been a library. He's been recovering from the ACL tear. I want to see how he looks though. Might as well popping pills again. Yeah, he's a moron. When you're linebacker in first round, we're in the offensive lineman. I think our line isn't that bad, to be honest with you. Can we use an upgrade left tackle? Sure. Like I said, I'm gonna do the mock draft tonight. And go from there. But like I said, I think we need to address the wide receiver position in free agency. I think we address the linebacker position in free agency. I think we should get Levante David. To be honest, he's a veteran. He knows what the hell he's doing. He's the best linebacker in football. And if you give him the contract he wants, I would definitely move on. I like Tilly Moten for 5. That's back up in the league. Taylor Moten's going to demand more than that. He's gonna probably get a franchise tag from I think who's team he play for? Was the Panthers, right? Panthers. Um, yeah, he's gonna demand more money than that. We have the most cap in the NFC for the worst quarterback situation. Not quite. Because Kyle Allen, you can last with Kyle Allen for 16 games. If you need to do it for one season, Kyle Allen could be fine. Not a big Heineke guy. I already stated that, but he's intriguing nonetheless. We gotta think about the Giants. They don't believe in Daniel Jones. Jalen Hurts, interesting guy, but he's not accurate enough. Even Dak is Dak. So the Cowboys had the best quarterback situation. We arguably have the worst, but you can say we had the third. We get the third best, or no, you can argue that. It's arguable. Kadarius Toney doesn't have an NFL body. Teddy Bridges NFL. So did Deshaun Jackson. He doesn't have an NFL body either. He lasted 13 years in the league. So, yeah, probably so. See that one. She trying to Davis. Obviously, pretty Keller on me. John Ross. I think if you're getting Corey Davis, I think that'll be it. I don't think they're looking to spend big money. I think they'll do something like Isaiah McKenzie. We need more speed. We need more speed on offense. Get overall speed. Speed kills. So we need speed. I like Kelvin Harmon being wide receiver 3. I like that a lot. I think they will not pick up Corey Davis and instead pick up a guy like John Ross and like an Isaiah McKenzie to bring more speed to the offense. And even though wide receiver 3 will be Kelvin Harmon, he'll probably play outside a lot. He'll probably put John Ross in the slot a lot. So that's how I see it. I really see us getting back Jameson Crowder. I'll be frankly honest with you, but we'll see. If you start Allen and Heineke, we'll only win 4 or 5 games. Disagree. Don't think it's that bad. Like I said, Kyle Allen's a guy. As long as he'll turn the ball over, he's fine. We need guys that don't turn the damn ball over. Our defense is pretty good. Like I said, I think we're going to move off of Jonathan Allen this offseason and free up $10.5 million in cap space in order to maybe improve the other parts of the team. Because you got to think about it. If you want a complete team, you're going to have to do stuff like TDs, like moving Jonathan Allen or something like that. But we'll see what happens. But I'm doing a mock draft today at 7. Yes, I am. So you'll see it. I did 4 different scenarios. One is trade the first round. One is moving back in the first round, but still a first round pick. One is moving up for a quarterback, and I think the other one is just staying at 19. So I have 4 different scenarios. I have 4 Vincent, Bington, Dave, and Cal Allen. I'll load that to Heineke first. Heineke only have 4 or 5 quarters to play, man. I'd rather roll with Cal Allen because I know what Cal Allen is. I don't know what Taylor Heineke is yet. So I'd rather have the known evil than not an unknown evil. Just saying. Brady will kill y'all. Yeah, Brady will probably kill us again. Yeah, just Brady. So only wide receiver they're interested in. I disagree. I've been interested in a lot of guys. They're interested in a lot of guys, honestly. Because our defense and other team NFC were looking at us. We have to choose. Sometimes we have to choose now. Man, we kind of do, we kind of don't. You know, we'll see what happens. Welcome to Pro Sports Talk with Pro Tech. Coming to the channel, guy to show him some respect. You suckers, go ahead and place your best Pro Tech. Don't cap it. Is he already on your neck? Thank you, Derek, man. Appreciate you, bro. What up? Derek in the building, man. Yuki-san. Yuki-san. Yuki-san in the building, man. What up, world? What's up, Derek? What's up, bro? How you doing? Those are pretty much my tiers of wide receivers going into the season. Going into the 2021 season. We'll see what somebody's from wide receiver movement as well. So I might do tier 2. I might do a tiers list for number 2 wide receivers, for slot receivers as well. We'll see. Definitely gonna do one for tight ends. Definitely one for running backs as well. I already stick to the offensive positions because those are a little more individually based. Defensively, kind of more group based as well. The rumor to one Patrick Mahomes. That's funny. The heard no comments on the rumors. I heard they might move Landon Collins to middle linebacker. I think that'd be interesting. Cooler man, have you touched the one? Yes, I did. I just did a live stream. That's on the channel. Go check that out. Talk to Carson Wentz. My opinion on the trade was no one really wanted to trade until you see how Carson Wentz plays. It's kind of even right now. I think the Eagles got proper value. And I think the Colts gave up proper compensation. Don't know how to rap Derek. Derek and Yuki. What is it? Yuki-san. Yeah, John Brown. When John Brown, he's a dog. Yeah. I'm not saying the B word because of biblical reasons, so I'm gonna try not to use that word too much. I'm late, man. It's all good, bro. You're here now, so I'm glad you're here now. Got 9 in the building. Let me go ahead and send Tim this. So I'll be back on at 6, by the way. That one would consist of talk about the linebacker position with Tim Sports Talk. So I'm going to send this to Tim. So you guys, I know some Washington fans will be here at 6 for that live stream. So Tim Sports Talk and I will talk the top 10 linebackers that we want to pick up a free agency. We did the top 10 wide receiver video with Jared Sports Takes. So that's my guy Chris over there on his channel. We did that on the channel recently as well. So, let's see. I think it's post June 1st though. I don't think they will be saving a lot right now if they cut them. We can check real quick though. Check that out for you. Woo! I did damn. All right, let's see. I'm trying to find this real quick. Can't find his contract. We're not gonna say anything about cutting this man. Because his cap hit is 16 million and his dead cap is 18 million. Now, pre 6-1 release. You won't get any cap savings post 1. But post June 1st, the dead cap will be 4.2 million in 2021. In 2022, be 9.6, which will save 12 million on the cap this year. If you trade him after June 1st, but you really can't. Who's going to trade for Landon Collins? You know what I mean? If I'm playing for doesn't mean he'll be in coverage a lot. Potentially, they can probably blitz him a lot because they don't put Bostic in coverage a lot. He's a middle linebacker, so I think they can put him in coverage in decent amount. But also they can blitz him a lot too. So it'd be a combination of both. This, in my opinion, this has a window of urgency to get the corporate position right. Yes, it does. Because without Wentz and Philly, I'm not scared of the Eagles anymore. That's Santiago. Close to least Philly. We'll see. If Wentz like 2020 Wentz, they ain't Philly nobody. I want to gauge your thoughts on Jalen Hurts, aka McNabb 2.0. I like Jalen Hurts. I do think he's slightly inaccurate. I think it's going to hurt him. He has to be a lot more accurate throwing the football. 52% completion percentage is not going to be enough in the NFL to be successful. So, we'll see what happens with that, though. This is going to be against my better judgment. I say the 91 right shot as defense this year. If you can't get it right, cut him. Trade him or cut him. Can't really trade him this year, so probably cutting him probably the best thing after this next season. Cole Hogan be playing linebacker in the first Cowgirls game, and it was great. It's probably the best game of this year. They might move Cole Hogan to middle linebacker, and then you can just move Landon Collins to the weak side backer. That would be a good idea. So you won't have to pay for a linebacker. You think he'll make waves moving forward? Yes, not this next season though. I think it's gonna take a little while. He needs weapons. I think Ertz is gone, so he's gonna have Goddard, Greg Ward maybe. He'll have Jamar Chase probably. That will help. But he needs a better line. And the line needs to play better. He had to stay healthy and play better. And he needs more weapons for him to be successful at this level. Last season. Thank you. Good luck, bro. Thank you, bro. Dak, the last man standing. He is ready, Red. I give you that much. You're right. Can't deny that. Stop the cat. You can rap. Funny. Restructure. I mean, that just puts dead money. It just pushes dead money back. So, don't know how that's gonna happen, but we will see. We will see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. What are your thoughts on us bringing DH 400 back for more depth at free safety? I'll be fine with that. I don't really mind that at all. Chilling on it, Yuki. My man Ray Red in the building. All right, so I'm gonna probably wrap it up here because, like I said, I do have another stream in like 20 minutes. So I do want to wrap up some stuff with Tim before we get on as a group. So I'm gonna go wrap it up here for now. Do you think our defense regress next season? No. I think it'll be either as good or even better. We will see. Really thought so. Yeah. So I answer that. So I'm gonna go cut it off here. I'll be back at 6. So catch you guys at 6 o'clock. I'll catch you guys then. And gonna be dope. And I will see you guys at 6 with 10 Sports Talk. Also, I'll see you guys at 7 for the mock draft. And that's going to do it for me for today. So take it easy, guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Love y'all, man. Catch y'all in a second.